everyone, this is Hiromi. Thank you so much for coming here today as well. So tonight, I'd like to talk about some everyday habits in Japan that often surprises foreigners. These are not big tourist attractions or famous landmarks. They are just normal parts of daily life in Japan. Some of them may sound interesting, some may sound convenient, and some may make you think, really? So, let's gently go through them together. Here we go. Number 1. Japan has a strong return gift culture. It's really, yes. One thing that surprises many people is Japan's return gift culture. Return gift. We call it okaeshi. Okaeshi. In Japan, when someone gives you a gift, it is often considered polite to give something back later. This is called okaeshi, as I mentioned, which means a return gift. For example, if someone gives you a wedding gift or a gift for a baby, people often send something in return. There is even a custom called uchi-iwai. Uchi-iwai, which is a return gift for celebration gifts, especially after a baby is born. After baby is born, it's gonna be, super busy, right? But we have this culture. For many Japanese people, this feels normal, but at the same time, a lot of people also think it can be a little tiring. For me, it's very tiring. Sometimes it feels like kindness creates another task. Still, this habit shows how much Japanese culture values constellation and balance in relationship. But for me, if I get a gift like baby born gift, I say just thank you so much, and maybe a few months later, when I meet the person who gave it to me a gift, I just return a small gift. Or we have this culture too, like my parents or my relatives or my siblings, they tend to give me bills like 3,000 yen or 1,000 yen, like money, as a gift for a baby. In this case, it's usually a return like small gift as soon as possible, or like if you give 3,000 yen, you can return 1,000 yen as a gift. It's also for wedding gift, so it's case by case. For example, if someone give you a gift like 3,000 yen, $20 or something, you don't have to return as soon as possible though, but depending on their relationships, depending on how much the money is, like this. So it's kind of difficult, right? Difficult culture, yes, and especially after a baby is born. Oh my gosh, so my generation or after my generation's opinion is like, after baby is born, we cannot control anything and we don't have much time, so uchiwa is not necessary. Yeah. How do you think? Alright, number 2. Buying souvenirs feels almost mandatory. Wow. Mandatory, really? Mandatory. In Japan, when people travel, buying souvenirs often feels like part of the job. It's true. Of course, people buy things for themselves too, but many people also feel that they should bring back snacks or small gifts for family, friends, co-workers, or neighbors. So when Japanese people go on a trip, they say spend quiet a bit of time thinking, how many people should I buy for? What kind of sweets should I choose? Will this be enough? Always do that. It can be fun, but honestly, many people also find it a little troublesome. In Japan, traveling is not always just about relaxing. Sometimes it also includes souvenir duty. I think a lot of Japanese people feel the same way, but I like to prioritize buying souvenirs for myself first. I also only buy souvenirs for people I genuinely want to give them to, like my parents. I hope Japan's souvenir culture can become a little more relaxed. I really hope so that. How about your country? I think for my family or friends it's okay, but for co-workers, colleagues, it's complicating. Alright, number 3. Japanese students clean their own classrooms. In Japan, many students clean their classrooms at school. Instead of having cleaning staff do everything, students often sweep the floor, wipe desks, clean hallways, and sometimes even clean the toilets. I did it. I used to do it. This may sound surprising, but for many Japanese people, it is a very normal part of school life. It is often seen as a way to learn responsibility, respect for shared spaces, and teamwork. I think it's a good culture, though. Many Japanese people grow up thinking that if you use a place, you should help keep it clean. So, for foreigners, these school habits can be one of the most surprising parts of Japan daily life. Do you think so? These really surprise you? It's totally normal in Japan. Of course, it depends on the school, like private school. I don't know how it goes, but other, usual schools, we do. Yeah, they do that. Number 4. Customer service in Japan is incredibly polite. It's amazing. Customer service in Japan is often extremely polite. Yes, there. When you enter a store, staff may speak very carefully, bowl, and handle everything with a lot of attention. いらっしゃいませ。ご用件は、It's not like this. いらっしゃいませ。Welcome. Like if it is a restaurant, お席までご案内いたします。Come with me like this. こちらは当店のおすすめメニューでございます。何かありましたらこちらのボタンでお呼びください。失礼いたします。Like this, so they are very polite. Even in very ordinary places, like convenience stores or supermarkets, the service can feel surprisingly respectful. For Japanese people, this is normal, but still, I'm touched every day, every time. But for many visitors, it feels impressive. For me, yeah, still impressive. And sometimes even touching. Yes, it's touching. Of course, people in Japan are used to it, so they may not always stop and think about how special it seems. But when you look at it from the outside, the level of politeness can really stand out. That I always touched with their politeness because I have lived in the US, or when I was little I lived in Thailand, so I was kind of outside. So that's why I always, oh my god, it's so impressive, like it's amazing, they're so nice like that. But most of Japanese people maybe don't care about that. But I think we should care about that. It's really amazing. Yeah. Alright, number 4. Wearing a mask is a normal part of daily life in Japan. In Japan, people do not wear masks only when they are sick. Many people wear masks during allergy season, on dry days, or when they want to protect their throat. Some people wear them when they don't want to show their full face because there are no makeup, when they are not wearing a makeup. So in Japan, a mask can mean many different things. Are you sick? Are you not making up? Or, it does not always mean that someone is ill. For people from other countries, this can be surprising. But in Japan, wearing a mask is often just as practical and normal part of everyday life. How about your country? If you are not sick, wearing a mask is unusual. I would be glad if you tell me that in the comment. Okay, it was number 5. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Next is number 6. Many people take a bath at night. Is it usual or unusual in your country? In Japan, many people take a bath at night rather than in the morning. I assume 90 or 80% of the people in Japan taking a bath at the night, not in the morning. What about your country? For a lot of people, bathing at night is part of the daily routine before going to bed. Yes, so Japanese people think that go to bed is necessary to be a clean body, because it's gonna be very comfortable with yourselves. Yeah, it helps them feel clean, warm, and relaxed. And in Japan, a bath is often not just a quick shower. Many people enjoy soaking in hot water and taking their time. So, 我が家では in my home, at my home, we do soak in the bathtub every day, even in the summer, because it's comfortable, you know? Yes, and I think it's a good way to be healthy, soaking in hot water. Okay, this is especially common after a long day of work, school, or housework. For many Japanese people, it is one of the most comforting parts of the day. I really like the moment of soaking in the bathtub. So while morning showers are common in some countries, in Japan, nighttime bathing feels much more typical. Yes, it's true. Surprising. Number 7. There is always a seasonal event in Japan. In Japan, it often feels like there is always some kind of seasonal event happening. Yes. In spring, people enjoy cherry blossom season. There is Children's Day on May, graduation season March, and entrance ceremonies on April. In summer, there are festivals, fireworks, and obon events. Obon. Obon is a Japanese tradition to honor the spirits of ancestors and deceased family members. During this time, people visit graves, make offering, and spend time with family. It is a period of remembrance, respect, and gratitude. In autumn, there are autumn festivals. Halloween. It's not a culture, basically culture in Japan though, but we do Halloween. Then winter brings Christmas, New Year, and many other traditions. There is always something to prepare for, celebrate, or enjoy. Every month, almost every month. Life in Japan can feel a little busy because of this. Japan really does not let you forget what season it is because of these events. Sounds a little bit busy. Yes, it is true. Number 8. Seasonal food and drinks are everywhere, every month in Japan. Japan also loves seasonal limited time food and drinks. You can find them almost everywhere. It's true. Fast food chains often release new menu items for each season. Spring, summer, autumn, winter, not all of this. Almost every month. For example, McDonald's in Japan release special limited time menu items about 5 times a year. And if you include smaller seasonal items, it feels like almost every month. Or complaining about sushi restaurants often have special seasonal fairs. For example, Uobe, it's one famous sushi restaurant, has special fairs and limited time menu items very often, almost every month. Convenience store, cafes, and restaurants, supermarkets also sell limited time sweets, drinks, and snacks. In Japan, people get excited about these things very easily. Even something small, like a seasonal latte, or a spring dessert can make daily life feel a little special. This is one reason why shopping and eating in Japan can feel very connected to the seasons. Alright, number 9. Supermarkets have a huge variety of lunchboxes. Another thing that may surprise foreigners is how many ready-made meals Japanese supermarkets sell. Supermarkets in Japan often have a wide variety of lunchboxes, side dishes, rice bowls, noodles, fried foods, salads, and more. It's also impressive. These are not only for special occasions. Many people buy them as a part of normal daily life. Sometimes people buy lunch there. Sometimes they buy dinner after work. They just want something quick and easy meal that still feels satisfying. For many people in Japan, supermarket meals are a very normal and useful part of their everyday life. Everyday festival they are like that. They are so amazing, and they are also yummy, delicious, yes. So you should try. If you visit Japan, go to the supermarket and see a variety of lunchboxes or side dishes. Alright, number 10. There are so many kinds of drinks in Japan, not only lunchboxes. Drinks is also wow. Finally, Japan has a huge variety of drinks. If you go into our supermarket or convenience store or vending machine area, you can find so many choices. Tea, coffee, milk tea, sports drink, fruit drinks, sparkling drinks, seasonal drinks. The list feels endless. For example, when it comes to soy milk, some companies offer as many as like 52 flavors just about soy milk. There are matcha, kinako, cocoa, chocolate mint, sweet potato, and many more. 52 flavors. You know, wow. And even within one's category, there are often many versions. For example, just tea alone can come in many types, flavors of course, and level of sweetness. For visitors, this can feel exciting but also a little overwhelming. You may stand there for a while just trying to decide what to buy. Okay, in Japan, even choosing a drink can become an experience. In my opinion, it's not only in Japan, but someone one of my friends told me that oh, you are Japanese, Hiromi? Nice to meet you. I think Japan is crazy town, crazy country, because they are having festival every day, right? At the time, I couldn't understand what he says, but now I can understand what he said. About just only drinks, only soy milk. We have more than 50 flavors. It's kind of crazy, right? So I think Japanese people are really good at creating something or making normal thing to fun. Yeah, I think so too. So, these were some everyday habits in Japan that often surprise foreigners. Do you? For people in Japan, many of these things feel completely normal. But when you take a step back, they are actually quite unique. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this video helped you learn something new and relax. Thank you so much. また次回の動画でお会いしましょう。おやすみなさい。See you. Hello and welcome to Hiromi Voice in English, a place you can relax and gently learn about Japan. Today, I'd like to talk about something that feels very current in Japan, about the marriage. I think the idea of a good husband in Japan is changing, but also the idea of a good wife is changing too. For a long time, many people in Japan imagined marriage in a more traditional way. A husband was expected to provide. A wife was expected to support the home quietly and steadily. Of course, actual marriages take many forms, but this traditional image remained very deeply ingrained. How about your country? Now though, it feels different. It's changing a lot in Japan. These days, many people seem to want something more shared, corporate. Not just fixed roles, but partnership. Not just appearance, but daily reality. Not just who earns, who can build a life together. That's the point, I think. So today, let's look at how the image of a good husband and a good wife may be changing in Japan. In older image of marriage in Japan, a good husband often meant someone stable, serious, masculine, and financially dependable. And a good wife often meant someone gentle, supportive, modest, and centered on family life. Again, I don't mean that every couple was like that. And I also mean that these values have disappeared. They are still live, live there, here. But I do think many people in Japan would recognize this as a familiar, older image. What is interesting is that this image seems to be weakening. Alright, look at this graph. In the 2024 Cabin Office Opinion Survey, 64.8% of respondents said they opposed the idea that the husband should work outside and wife should protect the home. That doesn't mean everyone thinks the same way now, but it does suggest that the old model is no longer the default for many people in Japan. So first, what is changing about the image of a good husband? I think the biggest shift is this. Being a good husband in Japan is no longer only about income. We used to focus on their income when we are trying to get married to someone. But of course, financial stability still matters. I don't think anyone believes money has become unimportant. I don't think so. But now, many people seem to care much more about whether a man can share real life. Like, can he help with housework? Can he be involved in child care? Can he be emotionally supportive? Can he actually be present at home? In other words, being dependable now seems to mean more than simply earning money. Okay, look at this data. The 2021 National Facility Survey by Japan's National Institute of Population Security Research found that among unmarried women aged 18 to 34 who intended to marry, 70.2% said a man's ability or attitude toward housework and child care was important or should be considered. That was up from 43.6% in 1997. Wow. The same survey summary says that women are increasingly valuing men's housework and child care attitudes when thinking about marriage. That is a very telling change. Yes. It suggests that for many women, a good husband today is not just a provider anymore. He is someone who can actually live as a partner of their lives. Okay? At the same time, I think the image of a good wife is changing too, as I said earlier. In older image, or I would say in older ideas, a good wife was often imaged as supportive, devoted, and home-centered. Now, that image seems to be expanding. Not changing, expanding. Today, a good wife can also mean someone independent, capable, financially secure, and able to stand on her own. Not because tenderness or kindness no longer matter. They still do. So I said it's expanding. Now, more people seem to see marriage as two people building a life together, not just one person earning money and the other supporting home. And here the survey data is very interesting. Look at this. The same 2021 National Facility Survey found that among unmarried men aged 18 to 34 who intended to marry, 48.2% said a woman's economic strength was important or should be considered when choosing a most preferred life course for a future wife, was now continuing to work while raising children at 39.4%, while the full-time housework course was only 6.8%. Wow, to me, that says something very important. The image of a good wife in Japan is no longer only someone who supports from behind, not behind. More and more, it also includes someone who works, contributes, decides, and builds life as an equal. So, if both sides are changing, what does that mean? What do you think? I think it means that marriage in Japan is slowly moving from roles to partnership. That might mean sharing money, sharing housework, sharing child care, sharing emotional responsibility, and sometimes simply sharing the weight of everyday life. This makes sense because modern life in Japan is not easy to manage through older assumptions alone. Like, as more families live on their own, raising children now takes real teamwork between husband and wife. With prices growing up, many couples also need two incomes. Of course, more women build careers and take active roles in society. It has become important for husbands and wives to support and respect each other more than the past. We need money, we need more power, we need more time, so these days people in Japan are getting more busy and busy. Okay? At the same time, I want to be careful here. This does not mean Japan has fully changed. Traditional expectations is still there. Some people still prefer a more classic division of worse, and income still matters a lot. So I would not say that the old model has disappeared. I would only say that so is no longer the only respected model. And that difference matters because when one model stops being the only acceptable one, we begin to imagine different kinds of marriages. I think this is a very good thing because I believe that the form of marriage is supposed to be decided and created by the people involved. Yeah. Alright, finally, let me share some interesting data from the Japanese marriage agency industry. We call it IBJ. According to the IBJ 2024 marriage report, women who opening their income are about twice as likely to marry agency compared to women who don't. Twice. This data suggests that economically independent women have become increasingly popular, or I would say positive, in recent years. To be honest, I was surprised there is twice differences between opening the incomes, not opening incomes. Alright, so you might see the difference or changes of marriage in Japan a little bit. I got married like 8 years ago. Since then, I feel the image of the couples or ideal couples, a good husband, a good wife, is changing in the short term, right? I feeling that and I like it. So have you seen any changes about the marriage in your country? Yes, in attitudes towards marriage. How the difference? Also, if you were looking for a life partner, a wife or a husband, what kind of a person would you want? Would you choose? Please let me know your comment in the comment. Alright, today I talked about the changes of marriage in Japan. Did you like it? Alright, I will see you in the next video. Have a good night. おやすみなさい. Hello everyone, thank you so much for coming here today as well. Tonight, I'd like to share self-care items that I use every day to take care of myself, like both of my mind and my body. And this time, so you can also enjoy learning Japanese at relaxed pace, I will first explain each item in English, and then I will read the same content in Japanese. I hope you enjoy the sound of the Japanese language as well. Are you ready? Let's get started. So number one first is green or flowers. Do you know what name is? Having plants around me makes me feel calm and ease. Of course, it would be wonderful if you could get sunlight and take a slow walk every day, but that is not always possible. So I try to keep greenery and flowers inside my house. This is some Italian parsley I've been growing, and it has grown so much that I decided to display like a little house plant. What do you think? Do you like Italian parsley? It smells very good, fresh, and the looks is very wonderful. Do you think so? Actually, until last week, I had tulips in here as well. Okay, Italian parsley. Good looking, right? I also grow komatsuna. It's one of vegetables on my balcony. So I try to stay connected to plants as much as I can, because they giving me a lot of power. I love buying flowers from flower shops, but I also enjoy and loving looking at a wild grass growing by the roadside. Nature is very healing to me. Do you like nature greens? Okay, now I will read the same content in Japanese. 最初にご紹介するのは植物です。緑。Green is 緑。緑 means green。植物を私の周りに置いておくということは、とってもですね、心が落ち着いてほっとするんです。ほっとする。Like feel relieved and ease, feeling calm, feeling ease. I will say ほっとする。ほっとするんですね。もちろん太陽を浴びながら外をゆっくり散歩するのもとてもいいですけれども、毎日そういった時間があるわけではないんですよね。なので私はお部屋に緑かお花 is flowers お花か緑を部屋に置くようにしています。これはイタリアンパセリです。イタリアンパセリしばらく育てていてとても大きくなったので、いくつかピックアップして花瓶に飾ってみました。先週まではチューリップを飾っていました。またバルコニーでは小松菜、お野菜ですねを育てています。こんな風にできるだけ植物と触れ合う、そんな環境を私は作っています。もちろんお花屋さんでお花を買うのも好きですけれども、私は道端に咲いている雑草 wild grass 雑草を見るのもとても好きです。植物や自然 means nature is 自然は私にとってとっても癒しです。What about you? Second is scent. I have 2 items of scent like this. Essential aroma oils. Yeah. And the other is Palo Santo. Do you know this? Have you ever had this? This is wood, part of woods. They have strong and very filling scent. I'm sure most of you guys already know about essential oil. Very great smells. I have several kinds, like more than 10 essential oils for shooting sometimes, and for my mind and body, like that. Okay, and I enjoy them by putting a few drops on an aroma stone, like this. Aroma stone. For example, when I have a headache, I will blend lavender. Lavender is this. Lavender and mint. Yeah, put together like this. Lavender and peppermint. Put together and blend it. And this smell is getting my headache better. When I want to feel refreshed, I will choose like orange, oh yeah, sweet orange, like this, sweet orange. Yeah, always it makes me refreshed. Or when I really want to focus on, I will choose frankincense, like this. It's a unique smell though. Yeah, it's used. They're seen like yoga or meditation, I think. For like this, I pick different scents depending on how I'm feeling. And then there is Palo Santo. Palo Santo. Do you know this? It has become quite popular in Japan over the past few years, like 2 years or 3 years ago. Palo Santo is a fragrant oud from South America, often called holy oud. It has a rich, woody, slightly sweet scent. Yes, I like this smell. People light it to clean the space, like clean the space, and relax, feel refreshed, and calm the mind. It is also loved for helping with focus during yoga or meditation. And some people use it for spiritual protection as well. I burn Palo Santo in the morning, at night, and anytime I want to reset my mind. Yeah, before I use this, I was wondering if it could be clean the space, refresh my mind, because once it burned and this kemuri, and I feel like it's too bitter smell like that, but actually it has very good smell, scent, and somehow, it's unique. Just burning the woods, but it makes me very calm down. Okay, 2つ目は香りです。今日は2種類持ってきました。アロマオイルとパロサントです。アロマオイルは皆さんご存知ですよね。アロマオイル、とてもいい香りがします。私は10種類以上のアロマを持っていて、アロマストーンに垂らして使っています。このようにアロマストーンに垂らして、ドロップ垂らして使っています。例えば私が頭が痛いとき、頭痛がするとき、頭痛 means headache、 頭痛がするときにラベンダーとペパーミントをブレンドして使っています。あるいは気持ちをリフレッシュしたいときはスイートオレンジを使いますね。本当に気持ちをリフレッシュしてくれる香りです。あるいは何か集中したいときはこちらのフランキンセンスを使います。これはとてもユニークな独特な香りなんですけれども、ヨガとか瞑想の時にも使われるそうです。そしてパロサント、これ知ってますか？ Do you know this？ これ知ってますか？これが何かわかりますか？このパロサントは 2,3 年前から日本でとても流行り出しています。パロサントっていうのは、木のすごく香りのいい木なんですけれども、南アフリカからやってきた木でして、聖なる木とも呼ばれています。ホーリーウッズ、聖なる木。とてもですね、リッチな香りで、木の心地よい香りで、とてもね、甘い香りもします。Sweet scent it has as well。 人々はこうやって火をつけて、この周りを浄化したりきれいにしたりとか、あるいはリラックスしたり気持ちを落ち着けるのに使っています。またヨガとかメディテーション、瞑想の時に使われることもよくあります。また一部の人はですね、これをスピリチュアルのとして使っていって、自分を守ってくれたり、お家を守ってくれる、守る means protection、 守ってくれる存在として使われてもおります。私は毎朝火をつけて香りを楽しんだり、夜火をつけることもあったり、とにかく自分の心を落ち着けたい時にこれをよく使っています。で、最初私がパロサントというものを知った時は、ただ煙たいスモーキーなね感じかなと思ってたんですけども、実際に火をつけて香りを楽しむと、なぜか心が落ち着きますし、とても爽やかな香りがして、今ではとても大事な存在です。そして Now the third herb is this. Do you know this? Can you guess what it is? It's an item used to warm the neck and shoulders. I could do this like this. It's warm. Like this. Inside of these clothes, there are azuki beans. This sound is you heat it in the microwave for a little 2 minutes, the beans become nice and warm. Then when you place it over your shoulders like this, it gently warms your neck and shoulders, improves circulation, and helps you relax deeply. I would especially recommend it for people with sharp stiffness or frequent headaches. It really helps. In Japan, this product is sold under the name Azuki no Chikara, means the power of azuki beans. Yes. And it comes in different shapes for different parts of the body. Like, neck and shoulder is like that, right? And they have for eyes, for face, for stomach, for back, like that. I also like to warm it up before bed, and once you get into bed, I place it near my feet. It keeps my feet nice and warm, which help me fall asleep more easily and comfortable. Do you have anything like that in your country? I love this. さて3つ目はこちらです。これが何か予想できますか？このアイテムは私の首と肩を温めてくれるものです。この中には小豆が入っています。これを電子レンジマイクロウェーブで2分弱、 A little under 2 minutes、 2分弱温めると中の小豆が温まります。そしてこのように肩にかけますと本当に心地よくここを温めてくれるんですね。そして深いリラクゼーション、深くリラックスさせてくれます。またここのですね、特にこのアイテムはもう本当に肩が凝ってる方とか頭がよく痛くなっちゃう方には本当におすすめです。日本ではこの商品は小豆の力という名前で売られています。実はこの形だけではなくて部位によっていろいろな形のアイテムがあります。目の用のものもあればお顔全体温めるものもありますし、お腹を温めるものもありますし、腰用もあります。フォーバック。私はこの小豆の力を寝る前に温めて足元に置いておくのも好きです。足元がポカポカポカポカするとですね、とてもすぐ眠れますし、とても気持ちがいいです。あなたの国にもこういう商品ありますか？アイテムありますか？ And I forgot one sentence like this improves circulation and helps you relax deeply. In Japanese, このアイテムは血流を良くしてくれる。血流を良くしてくれる。improves circulation。深い癒しを届けてくれます。はい。Fourth is my foam rollers. Foam I take a Pilates class every week, at least once. And on days when I don't have a class, I use this to release tension in my body and loosen up my muscles. Just lying on it like that. It gives my back a really nice stretch. Oh, like that. Oh, 気持ちいい. And it helps my fatigue melt away more easily. If I place my neck on it like that, like a pillow, ooh, still good feeling. And slowly tilt my head from side to side like that. Go, 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 like this. It also works as a gentle stretch for my neck. When I have a little extra time, I put my tights on it and stretch my legs too. If I skip it for a few days, tension builds up and it feels really painful. Yes, especially thighs. But once I finish, I can feel how much better and lighter my body feels. This is definitely one of my must-have self-care items. Okay, in Japanese, 4つ目はこのフォームローラーです。私は週に1回少なくとも1回ピラティスのレッスンを受けているんですけれども、ピラティスのそのレッスン受けられないときはこれを使ってストレッチをして筋肉をほぐしたり疲れを取ったりしています。ここにただ寝るだけでこうやって寝るだけで背中がほぐれますし、本当に疲れが取れやすいです。またここに首を乗せてこのように乗せて左右に動く頭を傾けるだけで首の疲れが取れやすくなります。またもし時間があるときは If I have a little extra time もし時間があるときは私に時間があるときはこれを足に太もも Tights means 太ももに乗せてこのようにストレッチを足をストレッチします。ほぐします。で毎日やらないと If I skipped it for a few days もし私が何日かこれをしなかったらもう本当に体が硬くなってるので筋肉も硬くなってるので痛いです。特に太もものストレッチはもう痛い。だけど一回やってね終わってみると本当に気持ちがいいですし疲れも取れやすくなっていい気分です。これは本当にね間違いなく私にとってセルフケアアイテムで欠かせないマストアイテムです。そして最後5つ目はこちらお水です。Last one is water. I drink 2 or 3 bottles of this mineral water every day. People often say that the human body is made up of about 60% water. And that really shows how essential water is. Without enough water, the body cannot function properly. For us, water is like the foundation that keeps the body. So I make an effort to drink it. I started this habit about 1 or 2 years ago, and since then I have noticed changes not only in my body but also in my skin. My skin have changed a lot. Maybe my skin holding more moisture now, because it doesn't get as dry as I used to. My skin actually feels better now than it did in my 20s. Now I will be 37 years old on June this year, but my skin is more pure and more better than when I was 20s. I also used to enjoy drinking alcohol, but these days, like for 6 months, water tastes better, way better to me. Drink water is the best in my life now. Okay, in Japanese, 最後はお水です。お水。私はこのボトルの水を1日2本から3本ほど飲んでいます。ミネラルウォーターを飲んでいます。聞くところによると、私たちの体の 60% は水でできていると言われています。なので、本当に水が体の基盤になっている。お水がなければ私たちの体は十分に機能することができないということですよね。私たちにとって本当に水っていうのは体の基盤と言えると思います。私はたくさんね飲むようになって 1,2 年経つんですね。水を意識するようになってから、水を飲むことを意識するようになってから 1,2 年経つんですけれども、それからですね、体の変化だけではなくって肌にも変化を感じています。おそらく私の肌は十分に今潤っているので、全然乾燥しなくなりましたし、20代の時に比べてすごく肌の調子がいいです。私は今年の6月に37歳になるんですけれども、今の肌の方が20代より若々しく感じます。また私はお酒を飲むことも好きだったんですけれども、もう今はお酒よりお水を飲むことがとっても大好きになっています。お水を飲むのが一番最高今のところというところですね。はい。So, how was it? Do you like the theme of this channel, of this video? I will make the same type of videos if you like it. So please let me know your thoughts. Alright, I hope you enjoyed and relaxed. See you guys in the next video. おやすみなさい。Oh, hello. Welcome to HiromiVoice Language School. お久しぶりです。お久しぶりです means long time no see. Recently, I posted videos about Japanese culture, like unspoken rules in Japan. Before you visit Japan, you may better to know that like this. Do you like these topics? In this video or on this channel, I will teach you some Japanese languages and some Japanese culture. You can learn about Japan on this channel. At the same time, you can relax. Okay? I'll make video for your sleep, and I will continue to do. Tonight, I am going to teach you some useful phrases, especially for a convenience store in Japan. In Japan, convenience stores are not just for buying snacks and drinks. As I mentioned at a previous video, you can use the copy machine, withdraw cash, and send packages, and pay bills, and more. So today I will teach you useful Japanese phrases you can use at a convenience store soon. Are you ready? Okay, it's not a strict lesson. You can just relax and learn calmly together. So number 1, at the cashier. At the cashier, when you buy something and you might be asked by a staff, 袋はご利用ですか? Yes. 袋はご利用ですか? I think we have already learned these phrases. Do you remember the meaning of this? 袋はご利用ですか? This means, do you need a bag? Do you need a bag? Do you need a bag? Okay, always our staff ask you, 袋はご利用ですか? 袋はご利用ですか? If you are yes, I do, you can say yes please, right? So how do you say yes please in Japanese? It's easy. Yes means はい。Please is お願いします。Like this. はい、お願いします。Yes, please. はい、お願いします。Yes and please. It's used a lot in many situations, not only at convenience stores, at a school, at the workplace, at neighborhoods, something like that. Okay, so this means yes please. はい、お願いします。Okay, let's practice. 袋はご利用ですか? はい、お願いします。Repeat after me. 袋はご利用ですか? はい、お願いします。Oh, some sound is hearing. Do you? Are you? This sound is a plane. Plane だね、plane 飛行機。Plane is 飛行機。Okay. If you don't need a bag, what would you say? If you don't need a bag, 大丈夫です。大丈夫です。大丈夫 means a lot, but in this case, it's okay. No, thank you. 大丈夫です。Or you can say 結構です。結構です。結構 means no thank you. But 結構 kekko is more business. Yeah. If you say kekko desu at a convenience store, it's too business and sounds like a little bit cool. So I would say 大丈夫です。ありがとうございます。大丈夫です。Okay? Alright. And next situation, next question from our staff. If you buy a bento that is needed to heat up, they gonna ask you, 温めますか? Would you like? Would you like this heated? 温めますか? 温めますか? This means, would you like this heated? Would you like this heated? 温めますか? Repeat after me. 温めますか? 温めますか? Yes, very good, very good. And what would you say? You? Yes, I would like to. You can say Yes, please. はい、お願いします。お願いします。Or, if you don't need it, you say 大丈夫です。大丈夫です。Okay, it's easy, right? Alright. And next question is お箸はつけますか? Would you like chopsticks? 箸はつけますか? お箸はつけますか? お箸はつけますか? Repeat after me. お箸はつけますか? Okay, I just thought that you don't have to practice or remember these phrases if you just visit Japan, but this practicing is going to be a good way to work in Japan someday, perhaps. But anyway, remembering phrases, it's good for your vocabularies, right? Japanese vocabularies in it, right? So, okay, or you can just enjoy the sound. Alright, let's practice. Repeat after me. お箸はつけますか? Very good. お箸 means chopsticks. What about delete o? 箸. What does it mean? It's still chopsticks. 箸. Or if you say 箸, do you know the differences? Again, I say 箸. 箸. This means chopsticks. What about I say 箸? 箸. This means bridge. So why I wrote o? Because if you add o to hashi, this means like more polite. So always a staff uses ohashi because it's more polite. Okay? But to daily life, we say hashi, hashi, or ohashi. Both are correct. Okay. Ohashi wa tsukemasu ka? Would you like chopsticks? If you want to, yes please. If you don't need it, 大丈夫です。大丈夫です。Alright, very good. Next question is gonna be likeポイントカードはありますか？Point card はありますか？ Do you have a point card? This means, do you have a point card? By the way, I'm very curious about whether you have a point card in your countries. Because in Japan, we have lots of point cards, like D point, T point, or Ponta card, or Rakuten point, or anything, or even like just point cards points can live with these points can live like a year maybe. I don't know, but it's not just a point card, it's very big, big one for our lives. Yeah. So we always asked by our staff, do you have a point card? Okay? Because if you waste this chance, it's very なんていうのかな、もったいない。もったいない means it's a little bit difficult to explain, but okay, so for example, if you buy something and it costs like 10,000 yen, 1万円, you will pay and you show a point card at the same time. That point is gonna be maybe 100 point, and this 100 point it's nearly to a cash 100 yen. 100 point means 100 yen. 100 points means $1, like that. So we almost people in Japan has a point card at least one. I have maybe 5 point cards. Yes, so this question is very usual at not convenience stores, at supermarkets or drugstores, like that. Okay, and if you have あります I have means あります I have. Arimasu. Or you can say 持ってます Yes, I have. 持ってます 持ってますはい、持ってますあります Like that. Or you don't have this 持ってないです持ってないです In this situation, if you say 大丈夫です it sounds like a little bit weird. So in this case, you can say 持ってないです持ってません No, I don't have it. 持ってません。No, I don't have it. 持ってません。Okay, let's practice. ポイントカードはありますか？あります。持ってます。持ってません。Okay, you got it? Okay, very good, very good. And next question is, how do you pay? How would you like to pay? お支払いはお支払いはお支払いは Or you might be asked like お支払い方法は方法方法 means ways way how to だねway お支払い方法は how to pay for it how would you pay like to this how would you like to pay お支払いはお支払い方法は and you would like to say like cash or card, credit card or debit card, anything, or you can just touch IC card. Okay, here use a credit card. クレジットカードで It's okay, but if you say more politely, you can say クレジットカードでお願いしますお願いします means please I'm gonna pay by a credit card please or you can say Passmo or Suica this is our card for our IC card for trains or buses in Japan. You can pay by this at the convenience stores. So you can say スイカでお願いします IC カードでお願いします Or you can pay by cash, right? In this case, you can say キャッシュ現金 Cash means 現金現金でお願いします現金でお願いします Alright? Okay, we have learned a lot so far, right? So from now, I just read the phrases, okay, and you can listen to my voice, or if you like it, you can repeat after me. Okay, the situation 2 at a copy machine. If you need to use a copy machine, you can say コピー機使ってもいいですか Can I use a copy machine? コピー機使ってもいいですか Can I use a copy machine? Or if you don't know where is it, you can ask コピー機はどこですかコピー機どこですかすいません、コピー機どこですか It's better to put すみませんすみません means excuse me, right? And excuse me before your question is more polite. And so, すみません especially when you ask something to a stranger to new place in a new place. すみません is the first phrase, and after that you can ask, okay, So in this case, すみません。コピー機どこですか？ Excuse me, where is a copy machine? すみません。コピー機使ってもいいですか？ Excuse me, can I use a copy machine? Like that. And if you don't know how to use it, just ask to our staff. すみません。やり方教えてもらってもいいですか？すみません。やり方がわからないんですけども。This means, can I ask you how to use this copy machine? May I ask you how to use this copy machine? And then staff ask you, 何したいですか？ What do you want? Because this copy machine can many things like copy, print, scan, or get your certifications or something like that. So you can say like I want to print, I want to scan, like that. Okay. So situation 3 when you withdraw money. Our convenience store usually they have an ATM. So first you can ask すみません ATM はありますか？ Do you have an ATM? ATM はどこですか？ Where is an ATM? And you might ask that 海外のカードは使えますか？ Can I use an international card? Can I use an international card? But I think so many staffs is working at the convenience store like part-time job. So they don't know about everything so much, especially copy machine or ATM. So when you ask, can I use an international card? I think 80% of staffs would answer like 申し訳ありません。ちょっとわからないです。This means my apologies. I don't know. Sorry about that. Like that. So just try it. Okay? Alright. If you have a Japanese bank's card, ATM will work. Don't worry. But I'm not sure if it works for an international card. Okay, situation 4. If you want to send a packages. 荷物を送りたいんですが、すみません。荷物を送りたいんですが。Excuse me, I'd like to send a package. 荷物 means a package. And our staff gonna measure your package and just check the address and the weight, check the weight and all of that. After all of that, they will tell you the cost. Okay, and you can write down the address there because they have the letter like for sending, but usually they first give you a pen, so you can ask ペンはありますか？ Do you have a pen? Can I borrow this? ペンはありますか？ちょっとお借りしてもいいですか？すいません、住所書きたいので I want to write down the address. 住所書きたいのでペンお借りしてもいいですか？ Can I borrow the pen? Like that. And if you pay at the time, this name is 元払い. 元払い means paying at the first. So what about the opposite? this opposite, like receiving people are going to pay. Okay, first you pay, or after sending, the recipient will pay. There's two ways for paying. So you're gonna be asked, 元払いですか?着払いですか? The way a recipient pay is 着払い、元払い and 着払い. So you can choose which one. So if you choose 元払い, you can say 元払いで. This means I will pay the shipping fee right now. If you choose 着払い, you can say the recipient will pay 着払いで. Okay? Alright. Are you getting sleepy? Okay, very good. Actually, me too. So last one is the phrase is very used often. トイレはありますか? or トイレ使ってもいいですか? Is there a restroom? Can I borrow a restroom? Can I use a restroom? Like that. トイレはありますか? トイレは使っていいですか? トイレ使ってもいいですか? Before you use a restroom at a convenience store, you can ask our staff whether you can use it or not. It's kind of manner in Japan, or some convenience stores are not allowed to use because it's super crowded. So in this case, these convenience stores in centered town or very crowded town like that, like Tokyo or something like that. Okay? トイレはありますか? トイレ使ってもいいですか? Like that. Great. Alright. So today we have learned some phrases which is very useful at a convenience store, and some of them is used in many places. I hope you enjoyed this class. お疲れ様でした。また次回の動画でお会いしましょう。I will see you in the next video. おやすみなさい。